What is going on, YouTube? And welcome back to another video. And as you can see, we're outside today. My pond is frozen. Alright, so like I said, my pond is starting to freeze. I honestly wasn't expecting this whenever I came out. I thought it was going to be no ice. And maybe a little bit of ice, like slush in the water. But I did not expect this ice. So we got to get a move on. As you can see, everything's like dying. And that's not good. So the game plan for today is to prep this pond for the winter. We're going to make it a long-lasting pond. And by the way, the turtle is still in here. He should be able to live in here. There's stuff at the bottom for him. And yeah, he should be able to live in here. So Franklin, he's doing great. He actually was up here yesterday. So he was moving around yesterday, which is good. But anyways, today we're going to be trimming the plants, cleaning up these leaves a little bit all around. We're going to be cleaning the filter just a little bit, maybe. I don't know if I am or not though, because it is pretty cold out, and I think my dad turned the water off, honestly, from the house, because we don't want the pipes to freeze. Which, oh, another thing, before we start getting into this video, we're going to be just trimming everything, and then we're going to be throwing a heater into the pond. So there can be gas exchange, and the water can touch the air, basically, and it doesn't completely freeze over. So it always keeps the pond a little bit warm, which I'll get more into that later. But, as you can see, nothing's plugged into this outlet. That's awesome, because we have power out here. We finally have power out here. We have the box, and then we have an outlet over there, and we have an outlet here, and look what we also have. Soon we're going to be having water out here. We have to make sure that this isn't dangling, so we're going to be putting a piece here, a piece of either this cap, like the brick, or not. But we officially have power out here. The only thing we need to do with the power is to run it from this outlet here into the shed. Other than that, we're looking good. But what do you say? We start clipping and we start cleaning. So let's go. Alright, so basically all I'm doing is I'm taking these cobalt scissor cutter thingies. Not pruners, I don't know. We use these to cut the weed whacker shit. But all I'm gonna do is take this, basically cut it off at the bottom, and toss these over the fence. Because you don't want, the reason why you do this is because you don't want any of this dead stuff into the pond. Because in the spring, and say this does freeze over, no gas exchange, so ammonia will build up. And then two, in the spring, you'll have a huge algae bloom and a huge nutrient boost that you do not want at all in your pond. Which happened to me last year, but it's all because of all these dead leaves. So I'm going to be trying to take all these dead leaves out around the pond, and hopefully we won't have as bad as an algae bloom. Now, we still may have an algae bloom, which is all part of the spring in these ponds. Like every pond, even if it's not like a backyard pond, every pond, like if I go to Erie, if there's ponds up in Erie, they'll have an algae bloom. That's just what happens in the spring because of all the dead stuff that just happens to still be around in the spring. It just boosts every nutrient. But we're just gonna get cut, and I'll see you whenever we're done cutting all of these plants. Oh, it is frozen. This pond is actually frozen. Look at that. Look at this. Sorry, I know we're doing the pond, but look at this. Oh, shoot. Look at this. It's completely frozen. Thank God the water's still on. disinfect this. Super. All he does is buy stuff off from that kid. Just look at this. This is the plant, and it's still growing out. Like, there's a plant leaf over here. It's crazy. Yep. You saw that. I just broke that. I have to replace that. Well, not now, but like before freaking spring. That sucks. See, a bad thing about this plexiglass. It breaks like that. Super easy to break. I don't know. I do not know. But we got one bush left. We got this bush right here. It's a butterfly bush. I'll make quick work of it. I'm hoping. Okay, guys, so we have to add this heater now. I know there's a lot of leaves in that. I'm gonna have my dad help me after this. It's not gonna get done right now, which I will hopefully show a picture after it looks like it here right now. If it didn't, I just look like an idiot, and we didn't have time to do it before I left. So, but basically what this does is this whole thing right here, this circle, is a heater. And what it does is it heats the pond, and it creates a hole right here in the ice. So if you can imagine, there's ice all around this, and it allows for gas exchange through the top of this. So this allows the fish to live in the winter. Now, if it was if this was like a natural pond, we wouldn't have to worry about this because there's natural flow, there's natural everything. Here, there is no natural flow. It's just a small pool of water, basically. And we need this in order to keep it living. As you can see, I don't know if you can see all this dead stuff around it. That's all algae from last year because of the algae bloom. Like, there was a whole bunch of algae. But another thing with this heater, I'm just gonna plug it directly into the outlet now since we can. But another thing is we have this. This is a thermocube. So what happens with this thermocube is that it turns on below 32 degrees Fahrenheit. 32 degrees Fahrenheit, okay? Sorry for all my Celsius users out there, metric system. I don't know why the US doesn't use it. But we have the thermocube, and this turns on below 32 and turns off above 32, or I think it's closer to 40 degrees, I think. It turns it off. But this saves electricity and will keep your pond still making this heater do its job. So it's a great thing to have. Oh, look. Look. I don't know if you guys can see them. But there's a hawk. It's a red-shouldered hawk. Super cool. There's actually a nest. Hold on. I'll show you guys. I believe, I don't know if you guys can see it right there. That's the nest of, so we had one big one that would perch up in this tree constantly, okay? It basically, it left and it went over yonder, and it had babies, and we knew they had babies because we would always see them flying with the hawk, which is weird. It's a weird thing. It's a red-tailed hawk. And then now we're starting to see just the babies come around, which is super cool. honestly, for this wildlife. Oh, but look, there's all the fish down there. But yeah, sorry for that side rant, but I just thought, I think it's pretty cool that we have hawk nests back there. But we're gonna put this, I wanna put it somewhere like right here, so I still might use this extension cord. My dad might get mad, but still gonna use it probably. And yeah, let's do it. There you go. Didn't even have to use the extension cord, which is beautiful. Now, I would prefer it to be more or less in the middle more over there. But because of two things, the waterfall, which in a minute will be completely going off for the winter, and the ice. There's a whole bunch of ice in the middle of this pond and over there like I showed you guys before. So I really can't get this into the middle of the pond just yet, which sucks, but it'll make its way somewhere, and as long as there's a hole somewhere, it's good in the deep. I need it in the deep area. But with that being said, take a look at this. This is the final time we're gonna see the waterfall. I'm gonna shut this off completely now. Actually, no, I'm not. I lied. I'm being stupid right now, because if I shut that pond off, how are those plants gonna live? They won't, they'll die, and I don't wanna go get new ones. So, I'm keeping that on for now, at least, until December. And maybe I'll turn it off then until they die, but right now, we're keeping that on. A major thing is, that stuff, I don't know, because it's a pest. Those grasses in that back there are pests. I had a different type of grass, and that completely overtook them. So I don't know if they actually survive over winter. I'm gonna be redoing that area in the spring, because it's making me really mad with how big that one plant is. You guys can see how big that one plant is. And I just wanted this golden green grass, which is super cool. But that stuff's completely overtaken the bog area, so I'm gonna have to redo that. And yeah, so for now, that's all I'm gonna do. It's looking beautiful as ever. Completely dead. Just kidding. It's not looking beautiful at all. It looks terrible. It looks awful. So yeah, I mean, alligator's still living, still staying strong. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys. I know today it might be a quick video today, depending on how I edit this. But yeah, oh, look at that. Look down there. Let me get this off the tripod. Look down there. Can you see him? There's Franklin. That's beautiful. He's doing great. I told you guys, if you guys make a pond properly, 2 feet deep, a lot of caves, a lot of hiding spot, thick ground layer. I might show you guys how to do that in the spring, like what I'm talking about. You guys can keep turtles outside, like red ear sliders outside. I'm not sure about any other turtles, like I'm not sure about the yellow bellies, but I am sure with these red ear sliders. I've done my research. They're in ponds all around here. They can live outside during the winter. Most people think they cannot, and most people bring them in. I don't know if it's because they want to see them, but this is what naturally happens to red ear sliders. So, for all those people saying that you can't and that it's not going to work, it is. It is working. He's not dead. He will be alive in the spring. The only thing I am worried about is that he is older. He's like 20 years old. He's as old as me. So that's the only thing I'm worried about. But other than that, I'm not too worried at all whatsoever. But with that being said, me and my dad are gonna finish out here, like with the leaves, just picking up the leaves. But everything is trimmed. These bushes are growing. Everything's trimmed where it's supposed to be, what it's supposed to do. Me and my dad are gonna pick up. But yeah, other than that, that's it. That's it for today's video. It's short, sweet. This is how I winterize my pond. It's definitely frozen. I mean, I was not expecting that whenever I woke up this morning. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you're having an awesome day. Hope you had an awesome time joining me today. Make sure you click the like button, click the bell. Make sure you get notified every time I post a video. Now, I will be posting a lot more, trust me. I will be back in a week and a half, 2 weeks. So you guys will be seeing videos rolling out. And make sure you subscribe, of course. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.